TIFU. By thinking peanut butter was supposed to be spicy. Obligatory. This happened a few months back. Ever since I was a kid I loved how peanut butter used to taste. Not only did it taste good, but it had this weird spice to it that wasn't like a chili pepper type spice, but wholly unique that I never tasted in other foods. It was the perfect accent when mixed with jelly, as the spiciness and the sweetness went together perfectly. Sometimes I'd eat too fast, and have a bit of a hard time breathing, but I never thought anything of it. I also remember getting some weird looks a few times as a kid talking about spicy peanut butter, but didn't think anything of that either. One day a few months ago, I, 25 male, was staying at my parents' house and went to make myself some lunch. I saw some peanut butter in the pantry, but no jelly, so since I was hungry I slammed about an inch of peanut butter between two slices of bread and remember thinking, wow, this is the most peanut butter I've ever eaten at once, but then got to work devouring my creation. This is where the fuck up starts. A few bites in I got that, ate too fast, feeling again and had to take a break to catch my breath. I started eating again and immediately got the ate too fast feeling again. Damn, it's going to take me forever to eat this sandwich, I thought, so I became determined to just power through and finish it no matter how uncomfortable it was. Big mistake. I made it to about the halfway point before I knew something was wrong. It felt simultaneously like there was a rock stuck in my windpipe and like somebody had filled my lungs with peanut butter. Wheezing and struggling to breath, it fucking hurt. The amount of time it took to take a full breath was causing me to panic and felt like I was trying to fill up a hot air balloon with a straw. I immediately started Googling heart attack symptoms, but they didn't really match up. I then Googled the symptoms themselves and results of symptoms of allergic reactions started coming up. Some of the main symptoms were difficulty breathing, chest tightness, and wheezing. Then I scrolled further down and saw a section about things to watch out for in children, and the top one was, the child says their mouth feels hot, or that they say non-spicy food is spicy. After a painfully long period of time I started being able to breathe again and suddenly all the weird looks I got from talking about spicy peanut butter made sense. Peanut butter wasn't spicy, I'd just been poisoning myself all these years. I now use peanut butter alternatives and mix my jelly with sweet Asian chili jelly I pick up from the store and it's just as good, but doesn't almost kill me. Too long did not read. I thought peanut butter was supposed to taste spicy, turns out I'm just an idiot and allergic to it. You also can look up the phrase, spicy bananas, for people making the same revelation with fruit. Seriously, not meant to trick you into looking up porn. Silver lining, you've probably just helped inform a bunch of parents of what to look for when weeding out allergies. I didn't know allergies could make things taste spicy, just that they can cause itching. Well, now I want to try making a PBJ and add some cayenne and see if there's something to this idea of spicy peanut butter. Must have been a relatively mild allergy. The stereotype with nut allergies is that you swell up like a balloon and die. Peaches are spicy for me, which makes me so fucking sad. My favorite fruit. Only fresh, canned doesn't give me the same reaction. I've had the same reaction to capsicum and cruciferous vegetables. I realized I was allergic at the age of 33. Fun side note, I'm a doctor and didn't recognize that it was an allergy, just always thought these veggies are meant to be spicy. Today I fucked up by enjoying my ice cream. I was having a bad day so I decided to go to the park to walk it off. I sat on a bench and this guy approached me, told me he thought I was pretty and asked for my number. I bluntly told him to get lost. He said he could tell that I was sad under my mask and offered to buy me an ice cream. Well, who can say no to free ice cream? We went to the ice cream booth in the park and true enough he did buy me a strawberry ice cream. He got himself an ice cream sandwich. I calmed down and he sat down on a bench and talked. It was a pleasant conversation and he got me laughing with a couple of jokes. After a few minutes, he told me he had to get going and that it was nice talking to me. I thanked him for the ice cream. As I was finishing my ice cream, I realized that I didn't give him my number or ask for his. He was actually cute in hindsight and nice to me. I was distracted by the sugary goodness of strawberry ice cream. Ice cream guy, if you're out there reading this, I'd love to go out with you. Pleading face. Too long did not read. Was having a bad day, guy bought me ice cream to cheer me up, forgot to give him my number. Go back to the park. I am sure he will return in the next day or two curious about you. Murderers usually return to the scene of the crime. I really thought this is going to be a story about barely making it to the toilet, but everything got better than expected. Op. I really hope you meet the guy again. I was worried at first that the foo would be going with him for the ice cream and him turning out to be a creep, happy to see the wholesome turn. And from one girl to another, I really hope whatever you were sad about gets better. I too like to take walks to feel better. And that, kids, is how I met your father. Needlessly complicated answer. Make a donation to the city in exchange for a park bench in that spot with a plaque asking to call and your phone number on it so he finds you on his own. That way you don't need to waste your time hanging around in that spot for him. Afterthought. You might get a lot of people calling that aren't him. So get it sent to a burner phone with a voicemail message asking callers to tell you what flavor ice cream you had and what he ordered to weed out those who aren't him. Edit. Spelling. We love the guy who gets turned down once and doesn't push it. Today I fucked up by accidentally flirting with a teacher. 16F. Didn't even mean to do this. I usually compliment 10 people a day, that's my goal in school. 20 in malls. And today my teacher was wearing this really gorgeous black dress, I loved it. I walked up to her with my friend and said, "That's a really pretty dress. Wow, it looks great." And my teacher goes, "Aw, thank you, love. I feel like a witch in this." And I laugh and go, "Yeah, I see the witch vibes." And then I winked, "Why, oh God, why?" and said, "You can curse me anytime." And then I processed what I said, and my friend was trying so hard not to laugh, and he grabbed my hand and started walking while the teacher stared at me and started walking, and I was just so embarrassed. My friend has been making fun of me for 2 hours. Help me, anyone. Miss H, I'm really sorry. Less than 3. Too long, did not read. Accidentally said something that sounded like I was flirting with my teacher. Oh, dear. Your teacher knows that you spoke without thinking it through and that you are embarrassed. I'm sure it has happened to them before. No worries. Not to make it worse, but every teacher will know what you said by Monday. They like to compare stories. That's really cute. I don't see it as flirting, just playful banter, and you seem like a wonderful person. Heart. You might want to change your name and move to a different country. It was probably the, "You can curse me anytime." Haha. Yup, Captain Obvious over here. In the long run, having unintentional game is far better than having no game, so take this as a win. Today I fucked up by stealing a maxi pad from a coworker. Whilst using the restroom today at work, I realized my period had started with a vengeance unexpectedly. Our pad, tampon vending machine hasn't been stocked since the Reagan administration, and I didn't have my bag with me, so I was completely unprepared for this. Luckily, some of my smarter coworkers keep their own personal tampon, pad stashes in the restroom. Since there was no way to waddle back to my workstation without leaving a crime scene in my wake, I decided to steal a pad, fully intending to replace it with one of my own as soon as I had the chance. I noticed it was a brand I'd never used before, Honeypot, right as I slapped it into my underpants and finished doing my business. Walking back to my machine, I was thinking to myself, why does that brand name sound familiar? Was there something weird about them? It is at this point that some of you ladies will predict the remainder of this story, but for everyone else, imagine my horror when about 10 minutes later there began a warming sensation in my nether regions. A sensation that quickly progressed to full-on fucking burning. I thought my lady bits were on fire. I thought my skin was melting off. I thought I was the victim of a horrible anti-pad theft icy hot prank. And then I remembered. Honeypot brand feminine hygiene products put mint essential oils in their maxi pads. I had seen the horror stories on Reddit, and in my moment of need, totally forgotten them. I grabbed my bag and speed waddled back to the restroom and soaked many fistfuls of paper towels in cold water and hand soap and scrubbed away the demon oils until the pain was mild enough to return to work, now equipped with a nice, boring, masochism-free maxi pad. No kink shame intended. I have learned my lesson, and if I ever find myself in this situation again, I will DIY a toilet paper solution. Because stealing is wrong, and karma gets PMS too. TL, Doctor. Today I fucked up by stealing an essential oil-soaked maxi pad and burning the bejesus out of my lady bits. Ouch. I once used a peppermint condom with a similar painful outcome, so I feel your pain. I can't even imagine why anyone would want a peppermint pad. For future reference, you can definitely fashion a temporary pad from a carefully folded wad of toilet paper. I've done that more than a few times when my period decided I hadn't sufficiently planned ahead for my outing. It won't last long, but it'll get you to your bag or a store and back. Why would anyone wear that? It's like having periods on Dark Souls difficulty. I love the wording on this one. When I was a kid, one of my aunt who was into an MLM convinced my mom to rub some essential oil on my chest to alleviate my asthma symptoms. It burned the hell out of my skin. I cannot even imagine how you felt. Why on earth does anyone even need mint essential oils in a tampon? I'm a guy, so I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on the topic. Anyways, hope you're feeling better. Can anyone explain why this is a thing? I can't imagine it's comfortable for anyone.